I love this time of year. I really, really do. I love the decorations, especially the cheesier ones. I love the Christmas specials on TV, the music on the radio, decorating the tree, all of the lights throughout the towns. It just really makes me feel like a kid. Oh, and of course, presents. Everybody loves presents, right? And oh, what's this under my Christmas tree? Why, this is a present from the folks over at Super 7. That's right, my friends, in this amazing wrapping paper right here is the brand new exclusive Holiday He-Man action figure. This figure dropped out of nowhere. It was a surprise sale on Cyber Monday. He was extremely limited and he sold out super fast, and I was lucky enough to be able to get on and order one that day, and we are going to check it out here today. But first, I want to talk about it just a little bit. You see, if you follow this at all online, you likely saw the announcement, you likely saw the reveal of the figure, and you might have caught wind of some disappointment, or maybe you felt disappointed yourself. You know what? To be perfectly honest, I was a little disappointed when I saw what the actual figure was. When Super 7 put their first teaser up, it was like an image of Castle Grayskull decked out for Christmas, announcing that there was an exclusive figure coming on Cyber Monday, and myself, and I think many others, assumed that we were finally going to be getting an action figure based on something from the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special. Personally, I would love to get a smiling Skeletor head on a Skeletor figure with Relay the Man-Sheen puppy. I think that's something that we're sorely lacking in this line that includes so much crazy stuff. But another thing that makes perfect sense would be to get Prince Adam wearing his Santa Claus outfit from the end of the film. And instead, Super 7 revealed this regular He-Man figure that's wearing red and has a candy cane sword, and it's not from the Christmas special at all. So it definitely felt like a missed opportunity, and when it was revealed, I felt myself very disappointed because I had really built my own hopes up that it was something from the Christmas special just based on that teaser. So you can argue that I definitely did that to myself. I assumed, I got my hopes built up, and then was let down by what it is. But we're gonna look at this objectively, because if we take ourselves outside of that picture of assuming it was something from the Christmas special, let's just look at this for what it is, because holiday themed figures are pretty fun, and it could still be a fun figure. And the first thing we gotta talk about is the presentation here, because this figure comes actually wrapped in real wrapping paper, and it's amazing wrapping paper. This wrapping paper comes from the original Masters of the Universe magazine back in the 80s. You see, every issue had a poster inside, but one year, for the holidays, they put this He-Man themed wrapping paper in there. I actually have that issue somewhere. I tried to find it before this video. It's somewhere here in my house. But the fact that Super 7 recreated that wrapping paper and then actually wrapped this is pretty amazing. There's even a logo down here that says Happy Holidays, a little label, and it's got like a snowman that's Orko themed. It's adorable. It's a very, very cool presentation. Now, the thing is, this is really wrapped. So you're actually gonna have to open it. And I feel like a lot of fans are gonna wanna try to open this without ruining the paper. So I'm gonna try to do just that right now. I've got a little knife here. I'm gonna try to carefully cut this tape. There we go. And I'm gonna see if I can remove this without doing too much damage to the wrapping paper. Ooh, it's really, really tight fit. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to pull it out all the way, so we're going to cut, again, on the sides here. We're going to cut this tape. Come on, tape. Ooh, I'm starting to rip the paper a little bit. There we go. Okay. Cut that tape there. All right, so that loosens it up. So there we go. All right, so you can use that. You can keep that intact if you want to. You're just going to have to use a knife or something to cut it. And then inside, we've got a standard shipper box that says Holiday He-Man. So we open that up, and this is going to give us a newly decorated box. Check that out. So now it's the same Castle Grayskull style box with the slipcover, but now Castle Grayskull's, look, there's snow on the bottom, there's a wreath on the front of the jaw bridge. Oh, there's that little Orko snowman on the side of the box. Very cool. And when we remove the slipcover, we get a window fully showcasing our He-Man action figure within, with his candy cane sword and his Santa hat. And then we've even got a new image on the back of him using a candy cane sword. It's a pretty fun package, to be perfectly honest. I kind of wish they like printed this on the box instead of wrapping it. Like, it's cool that it was wrapped, but like part of me wants like a box that just has this on it. I don't know. Weird nitpicky stuff. I love the wrapping paper. It's a really amazing touch. So let's open this up and get a closer look at the He-Man figure within. All right, here we go. Holiday He-Man outside of the packaging, which as you can see is essentially just our Filmation He-Man with a few new things, being a brand new head, which has got a smiling face, and it's got a Santa hat, which is not removable. That is part of the figure sculpt there. It's permanently attached. And of course, the other thing is his candy cane sword, which we'll look more at in just a bit. Otherwise, from the neck down, he's just He-Man. But you know what this really does for us? It kind of gives us a sneak peek at what to expect from Super 7's upcoming Ultimate version of Filmation He-Man. Because you might remember that the last Filmation He-Man figure that we got was released by Mattel. And people have been wanting a reissue of that for such a long time, and Super 7 is finally giving us a new version of that. So this right here is our first time seeing the Filmation He-Man body from Super 7. Now, the overall look is pretty great. I mean, I can see that the paint looks pretty clean for the most part. I do have a few paint mishaps that I want to point out, though. On the back of the belts, it looks like they painted outside of the lines quite a bit. And then I got this really weird spot up here on the hair where there's some red paint splatter on the hair. And I tried like scraping it off, and it's not really coming off. They're kind of small and minor. This one stands out a little bit when you're looking at them from a certain direction, but otherwise the figure looks pretty good. So maybe that's just a weird thing with mine, and that I'm sure that red paint splatter is not going to be on everybody's. He's got a bit of a shiny body, which we've kind of seen with the plastic from some of the figures from Super 7. But all in all, I do really like it. And then we got the smiling head here. This, I assume, is exclusive for this holiday version, something that we didn't have before. And I like it. I think it's really, really cool. The Santa hat is a nice touch. That's pretty cool. And let's go ahead and talk about this candy cane sword accessory. So obviously this is not something we have ever seen before. Nothing in a cartoon, nothing like that. It's just something fun that Super 7 did for this. What's really neat about it, which I wasn't expecting, it's very pearlized. So you can see the white parts especially are very, very shiny, which actually makes it look like a real candy cane. Like this thing looks like a piece of candy. So that's kind of fun. And you can see that I had it holstered on his back, or of course you can place it in either one of his hands, and he gets a really nice grip on it as well. And let's go ahead and talk about the articulation on this guy, because one thing I will say is that he feels so solid, and all the joints on this guy are very, very tight. Now the head is on a ball joint like usual, so you can roll that all the way around. And if I try to remove it, it is not coming off. So we've seen that a lot with the Super 7 figures. It does not look like this head was designed to pop off. Now, you probably could with a little bit of extra work, but it definitely doesn't pop off as easy as, say, the Mattel figures did, where they were meant to be swappable heads. He does have those ball-like joints there at the shoulders with the hinges, so the arms can go outwards, they can move forwards and backwards, real tight joints. Swivels at the bicep, nice tight ratchet joint there at the elbow. You got the swivels at the wrist as well as the hinges on the wrist. You've got the torso ab crunch there. You've got the swivel at the waist. You got those hinge-like ball joints at the thighs, so legs can go outwards, forwards, backwards. The loincloth is made of a softer material, so that's really nice. Doesn't hinder the movement. Real tight knee joints. Look at that. They got that ratchet thing going on there, which is very nice. Good swivel at the boots. And then we've got these ankles. So look at that. The ankles move up and down. They can, they don't really rock side to side too much. Oh, there we go. Yes, they do. This one might be just a little stuck. There it goes. Okay, had to work it out. So yes, they do still rock side to side, which is very nice. But one of the things I got to point out is that we have those newer ankles on this, which is perfect. So you know what? This brings up a good point to do comparison time, because I want to bring in the Mattel Filmation He-Man, and I want to start by focusing on the feet, because one of the things that Mattel did really badly with their first couple Filmation figures are these strange joints here that made the figure stand taller, it made his ankles look weird, and just a weird joint. So we can see that that is now fixed on the Super 7 version, which is really, really great. Now, counter to that, let's talk about the right hand, because on the Mattel figure, we've got this side-to-side hinge joint on the right hand. And if I zoom out here, I'll show you that the reason for that was specifically so that He-Man can properly hold his sword aloft for his transformation pose. Unfortunately, the Super 7 one removes that side-to-side joint and just puts the standard little joint on the front. So you can still rock the wrist forwards and backwards, but we can't get that proper sword aloft pose with this new one. So I don't know if that's going to translate to their actual Ultimate Filmation He-Man, but I'm guessing probably so. So we got a positive because they fixed the ankles, but we've got a bit of a negative because they took away an important joint for He-Man to have in his right wrist. Otherwise, looking at these two side by side, you can see they look fairly similar to each other. The skin tone's a little bit lighter on the Super 7 one. The Mattel one seems a little bit more tan, but otherwise it's pretty good looking at them side by side. And really, I feel like the new version is overall a better, solid feeling figure compared to the one that Mattel released. So we'll really get a good look at that once the actual Ultimate version comes out of Filmation He-Man, because it might even still be a little bit different than this. Who knows? So let's get this candy cane in He-Man's hand and kind of finish off the look. And there he is, my friends. That is your 2018 Holiday He-Man from the folks at Super 7. So at the end of the day, yes, of course, I still wish this was a Santa suit Adam, or I wish we got a smiling Skeletor or a smiling Skeletor head, and I definitely wish we got Relay the Puppy. I want those figures really bad, and I feel like they are long overdue. But if I remove myself from that and I look at this for what it is, I can honestly say this is still a fun figure. You have to look at it for what it is. It's, you know, a novelty. It has to fit in with stuff like your Laughing Prince Adam. It's not going to be for everybody. No. If you're a completionist, yeah, you probably want to add it to your collection. If you're not, you don't really need this unless you think it's fun or you want something festive to help decorate for Christmas time. So definitely worth checking out if that is your feeling. Now, the thing is he was a super limited edition figure that went on sale on Cyber Monday, and he sold out super, super fast. They did a second sale, which went just as fast as the first, so at this point, your only chance for picking him up is finding him on the aftermarket. Happy hunting, my friends. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave me a comment, hit that subscribe button, and happy holidays, my friends.